To start the bread making process, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of yeast into 4 cups of warm water and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Next, you're going to pour your yeast mixture into a large mixing bowl. You're going to add in a 1/3 cup of oil. I prefer olive oil, and pour that in there. 1/2 cup of sugar, but I prefer to use honey. So 1/2 cup of honey. Next, you're going to add in 4 teaspoons of salt. And 1 beaten egg, but I don't ever beat it first. I just toss in an egg. After I throw my egg in, that's when I turn on my mixer and start adding flour, 1 cup at a time, waiting in between. I am a pretty clumsy person and would drop the whole cup in the mixer and have to turn it off and clean it up. You're gonna just keep adding 1 cup at a time of flour. I like to use Montana flour, I think this was called, I don't remember exactly, but it's just plain white flour, unbleached. It can take anywhere from 8 to 10 cups of flour. You want it to start pulling away from the sides. That's when you know that it's nice and ready. After I see that it is pulling away from the sides, I will put some flour on a clean work surface and pull out all of my dough to start the kneading process. Be sure you have some floured fingers too, because that stuff is sticky. And as I am folding and kneading and rolling, if I feel any super sticky spots, I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of flour on that spot and just knead it in there. You're supposed to knead it for just a few minutes. I usually spend about 5 minutes kneading it. Next, you're going to get a big old bowl, put a little bit of olive oil in there and rub it around. Put your dough ball in there and cover it and let it sit for about an hour. After it's doubled in size, you're going to punch it down, put it on a olive oil counter, and I'm going to olive oil up all of my pans and cut it into about even pieces. I always just guess because it doesn't have to be fancy for us. I'm going to spread each piece out and try to get all the bubbles out that I can and roll it up and fold the ends under to the bottom. And that's my loaf. And I do that with each chunk of bread, chunk of stuff. And let it sit for about 20-30 more minutes while my oven is preheating. You're going to cook this bread at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes until it turns a nice, beautiful golden brown. This is when I'm supposed to say wait until your bread is completely cooled before you try pulling it out, but who has time for that? Slather that bad boy up with some honey and some butter and enjoy.